20 past 8. Pete, just give us 1 second, Pete, as we introduce Neil Mitchell, who's got some breaking news for us.
Yeah, speed cameras. A big problem with speed cameras on the point-to-point cameras on the Hume Highway. At least 9 people wrongly booked, the police admit. There have been, since they were set up, just about 70,000 people booked on these cameras. There are 9 bad errors. That puts everyone in some sort of doubt, I think. It came to light when the police went out to an outer suburb of Melbourne to serve a Hume notice on somebody who was accused of doing 154 kilometres an hour in a 100 zone. They were going to take her car away.
Who was
that?
Little
Old lady came to the door and said, "Not bloody likely."
Is that right?
And that's how they found out. But they haven't identified everybody yet who was wrongly booked. So if you were booked on the Hume, this throws the whole credibility of the system into doubt.
Bet, and you'll run with that from 8:30?
Ken Lay at 8:30, top traffic cop in the studio.
Good on you, Neil.
Just over, 20 minutes ago, the Victoria Police unveiled what, I think could be disastrous, an almighty problem. There is now confirmation that a number of speed cameras are wrong, dodgy. Around 70,000 people have been booked on these cameras and they have been wrong. Now, not in every case, I hasten to add, but there are errors going back to 2007. There are errors in 2008, 2009 and again this year. People wrongly booked at absurd speeds, in one case up to over 150 kilometres an hour. Now, this inevitably tears at the credibility of the cameras. The only thing the police can do is fess up, go public, give us all the details. That's the only thing they can do. But you've got to say, how could these errors not be picked up with all the checks and double checks that should happen through those who operate them? If you've been booked on the Hume, have you got a case? I would have thought the police would now have to prove the cameras are right, but we'll get legal advice on that. 9 people are confirmed to have been wrongly booked. 1 was about to have their car seized under the Hume laws. 9 people, but potentially that throws into doubt every single booking, I would think, which is nearly 70,000. Regardless, this is a mess, and it's a massive challenge to the credibility of the cameras, and an embarrassment to John Brumby on the eve of the election. We'll try to speak with him as well. But in the studio with me is the Deputy Commissioner in charge of traffic policing, Ken Lay. Good morning.
Good morning, Neil.
How did you find out?
Neil, on Thursday night of last week, a couple of our members at Wallen were asked to serve notices to surrender to 2 Wallen residents.
That means forfeit the car.
Forfeit their car.
Hume laws.
Their car's been checked doing, these 2 cars were checked doing 150 odd kilometres per hour on the Hume Freeway through the point-to-point camera system, and I'll explain the point-to-point a little later. Our members served the notices. Both people were quite agitated and denied quite strongly any wrongdoing. Our members actually intuitively thought, well, their story sounds about right, so they went back to their office, asked the traffic camera office to have a discussion with DOJ. DOJ were very, very responsive, did the work very quickly, and we found that there was a problem with those 2 tickets.